Hello students, today I will teach class 10th story The Little Match Girl. Please open page number 87. Hans Christian Andersen was a writer best known for his fairy tales, and his stories are not only restricted to children but have the themes of the universal appeal that surpass age and culture. Andersen had a very unhappy childhood, and much of his stories reflect his sadness, especially dealing with the loss and death. In this story, it is set around the Christmas. The story tells of a little girl who is unable to sell her matchsticks, dies of cold and hunger on the street, and people are celebrating the birth of the Christ child inside their warm, cozy homes. Means they are sitting comfortably in their homes. The tale is rich in irony, imagery, and symbols, emphasizing the need for love and compassion for those who have so much less than we do. So, it was the bitterly cold, and snow was falling, and darkness was there, as it was the last evening of the old year, and it was New Year's Eve. In cold and gloom means a sad, a poor little girl walked and bareheaded, barefoot through the streets. She had been wearing the slippers, it is true, when she left the home, but soon after that she lost it on the way. And you can just imagine the size of her mother's feet and her. She lost when she ran across the street to escape herself from the two carriages, and one slipper she couldn't find, and other a boy had taken and ran away, saying that it would come in her very handy as a cradle someday. Cradle means a soft bed for child. When he had children of his own, that time it will be useful. Little girl walked through the streets on her naked feet, and it was cold, so her feet turned red and blue, and she was wearing an apron where she carried a great many matches. And that day she didn't sold didn't sell any matchbox, and she didn't earn a single penny. She crept shivering, hungry, and picture of misery, poor little thing. Snowflakes means fluffy snow fell on her golden hair, which curled so prettily about her neck. But she didn't think of her appearance now, and lights were shining in every window, and there was a glorious smell of the roast goose in the street, and for which New Year's Eve, and she couldn't think of anything else. Just she was thinking of the roast goose. Goose is a kind of duck. She folded her legs and arms, and she sat in the heap of the corner formed by the two houses, and from there one way further went out into the street. There she folded her legs up under her, and she felt colder and colder. And she did not dare to go home, because that day she had not sold a single matchbox, and she had not earned a single penny. And she was afraid of her father. If she will go without money, her father would scold her and beat her. So, and even the condition of her house was not so good. Number of cracks were there, and they were filled with the straw and rags. Rags means torn sacks. And her hands were almost numb. Numb means she was not having any feeling, because due to extreme cold. If only she dared pull one and small match from the packet and strike it on the wall to warm her fingers. She pulled one and scratched. How it sputtered and burned, how its soft sound came, and it burned, and it had a warm and bright flame like a tiny candle, and which she held her hand over it. In that light she saw the great iron stove with the polished brass knobs and brass ornaments, and the fire burned so beautifully that it gave out a lovely warmth. And she stretched her feet to get the warmth, but soon uh, the flame went out and the stove vanished, and she sat with the burnt match in her hand. Second time, again she struck another match. It burned clearly. It gave the light, and in which the bricks became transparent like the ghost, means like the transparent cloth. She could see right into the room with a shining table was spread. Shining white cloth was spread on the table. It was covered with a beautiful china. In the center of it, a roast goose stuffed, filled with the prunes, is a sea animal food and apples streaming deliciously. And what more wonderful was that goose jumped, who means jumped from the dish and walked, Waddle means walked across the floor with the carving knife and fork in his back, walked straight up to the poor child, and then out went the match, and nothing could be seen. Third time, she struck another match, and suddenly she was sitting under the most beautiful Christmas tree. It was much more larger than she had seen last year through the glass doors of the rich merchant's house. Thousands of candles lit up the green branches, gaily colored balls like those in the shop windows. The girl reached forward with both hands, then went out the match, and the many candles on the Christmas tree rose higher and higher into the air, and she saw that they had now turned into the bright stars. Now someone is dying, said the little girl, for her old grandmother, she the only one who had ever been good in her, but now dead, had said, whenever a star falls, a soul goes up to God. She struck another match 4 times. She struck another match on the wall, and once more there was light, and in the glow stood her grandmother, and oh so bright and shining, and so looking so gentle, kind, loving. Granny, cried the little girl, oh take me with you. I know you will disappear when this match is burned out, and you will vanish like a warm stove. And second time a lovely ghost goose, and third time what she saw, glorious Christmas tree. Then she quickly struck all the rest of the matches she had in the packet, and she did so want to keep her grandmother with her. The matches flared up with such a blaze with the light that it was brighter than the broad daylight, and her old grandmother had never seemed so beautiful before. She took the little girl in her arms and flew with her high up, so high toward the glory and joy in the heaven. Now they knew neither cold nor hunger nor any fear, because they were both with the God in the heaven. But in the cold dawn, early in the morning, the corner found by the two houses, sat the little girl with the rosy cheeks and smiling lips, dead. She was dead, frozen to death on the last evening of the old year. The dawn of the new year rose on the huddled figure of the girl, and she was still holding the matches, and half a packet had been burned in her hand. She was evidently trying to warm herself, people said. People thought she is trying to warm herself. But no one knew what beautiful visions she had seen, in what a blaze of glory she had entered with her dear old grandmother into the heavenly joy and gladness of the new year. Thanks.